Well, a very good morning, everyone. It is a big day here in Blackpool, a massive day where we hand out the team trophies. We've got a full day of action for you, and it's going to culminate in some big finals later on tonight. We're going to start off with a playoff match from the men's section. This is two teams trying to get themselves into the semi-finals. We'll go into more detail on that in a minute. And then we are going to follow with the women's semi-finals. France and Northern Ireland, England and Australia have made it through. And that will take us up to lunchtime when we turn our attention back to the men's game, as we will go into their semi-finals. Northern Ireland and England are waiting for the winners of this game and the other playoff match. And then we're going to turn our attention back to the singles, where we will have the men's and ladies singles before coming back late tonight, somewhere around 9 o'clock and 10:30. We will have the men's and ladies single team finals. Hope that all makes sense. A huge day of action, and we are underway. Summer Webb and Tony Holgate with you for this one. Wales and India both looking to get themselves into the semi-finals.
Yeah, this should be a great match. It's now or never for these teams. A race to 11. As soon as they hit 11, that's it. One team will be going home. One team will be marching on. Tom Cousins on the table for Wales on table 1. And Oli Bale for Wales on table 2. So India sat in their seats on both tables at this moment in time.
Really interesting.
Sorry, Simon. I'll just say, look at the splits.
Yeah, I was just going to say this is a really interesting game for so many reasons. Both teams had safely made it through to the playoffs, but wouldn't you know it, they played each other in the final game of the group stages yesterday, and it ended up being a very close affair. It ended up being 11-10 to Wales, but they were 10-7 down and won 4 straight to win the match. If we're in for anything like that again, we're in for an absolute treat. They finished 4th and 5th in the table. Only Northern Ireland, who were undefeated, England and Malta finished above them. Northern Ireland and England making it straight through to the semi-finals because they finished 1 and 2. They're waiting for the winner of this game. And the winner of our other game, which has currently been played on the outer tables, Malta versus Australia. The other thing of note yesterday, just looking through the scores, is that the big gun player for Wales did not play in that final match for Wales, and that was kind of how they went about it in Morocco as well when they made it through to the team championship final. They just used their big gun player for the big matches and let their other players find their feet, find their confidence when they needed to. So when they'd already qualified, why send out Tom Cousins, give him a break, let other people carry the load, and they still won. Now they had Tom Cousins, who looks primed to win a frame here to get going, as does Oli Bale.
Yeah, I think they kind of looked at it because I think he'd just come away after his defeat in the singles. I think they just thought better of let him go and have a warm down, if you like, and not play in that last match. But so he's here, back and fresh, and just one thing to play in now, and that's his team event. So you'd like to think you're going to get the best out of Tom Cousins. Look at that cut. That's an absolutely amazing shot there from Cousins.
How good is that? Yeah, big news yesterday if you weren't with us. Tom Cousins, the best player in the world, undisputed right now, #1 player. So I'll wait and see Oli knock in the 8 ball, and Wales are off to the better start. Good that from Oli. But Tom Cousins, he has been ousted from the World Championships in his attempt to win a 3rd title. Jordan Shepherd played very well. Spoke to Tom very briefly after he lost last night, and he said he doesn't really know why. He just didn't play his normal high level, but he'll dust himself down and go again. He may be the only person here at the World Championships that could win 3, and he has the power to add a 4th here to win 3 titles and actually be upset with it.
Yeah, that's true. Incredible player, incredible, relentless machine that he is. Oh.
And it was a missed double last night against Jordan Shepherd in the penultimate frame that did for Tom Cousins, and it's done for him again here.
Well, I made a point in commentary last night, and I said, I feel there has to. He's not superhuman. There has to be a stage when fatigue will set in, and I'm going to put it down to a bit of that because the man has played 2 Ultimate Pool Pro events prior to this, Straight on the back of that, he starts off in the team events. Then he's got the World Masters, then the World Championships, all intermingling and going along. Then dragged back out for the team. He had doubles with Ross Dunn.
Yeah.
The man hasn't stopped playing pool, and I think at some point, no matter how much you look after yourself, because Tom's not one for going in the bar and going out on the town or anything. Tom's, he's a professional, and he manages his time well, and he goes to bed at sensible times and this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter. And the heat in this hotel as well on top, you've got to be a bit uncomfortable, and I just put it down to a bit of fatigue there.
And he was beaten by somebody that's here to play in the World Championships and the World Championships alone, and only play the singles events, and he could be in this team. Jordan Shepherd, my understanding is he was offered a spot and didn't take it because he wants to focus on individual play. And Tom did say earlier in the week, he wants to win the team title for Wales. Of course he does, but he said he feels like it does hurt his chances to win the singles. So I think that definitely plays into what you're saying.
Well, yeah, and then the other flip side of that, so a slightly fatigued Tom Cousins playing what I can only describe as a coiled spring in the other chair, who has come to play one event and one event only. He's put everything into it. He refused to go abroad before it. He's pumped in the practice table non-stop, Jordan Shepherd. He's playing out of his skin. And you just look at his face, Jordan Shepherd. For me, he's going to be the man to beat in that tournament, and he has been, I think, for quite a while. Brilliant performance by him last night.
Do you make him the favourite?
I do. And I'll tell you why as India look like they're going to draw level here, I'm going to tell you why I'm making the favourite, because the other three players in that semi-final are all involved in the team event, and with England and Northern Ireland, who are expected to go very deep in it.
Yeah. Well, England and Northern Ireland both play their team semi-finals at, what time is it, 2:30 and 4 o'clock respectively, and then the winners will play again later on in the night. Highly likely it could be England and Northern Ireland. They're the two favourites to come through. But then the Ronan McCarthy, Carl Sutton and Giuseppe D'Imperio play in their semi-finals in between the team semi and the World. So and it's interesting because Lee Kendall, the England captain, I interviewed him once discussing Gareth Potts, and he said when Gareth first won the world title, he told Gareth not to play in the team final. He said, "Don't play, be selfish, go away. We'll deal with that. You go and focus on the individual." I don't know whether Gareth did play or not, but I know that he got told not to.
But there's a slight difference. That team was nearly unbeatable. There. It was full of pros.
That's true.
And the other side, the other thing which I think is fair to mention, is that Ronan McCarthy's the captain of Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So he's expected to sort the team out. Team meetings.
Yeah.
When I played it, it's like, oh right, we've got a team meeting. I don't want to be having team meetings if I've got the semi-final of the World Championships. No chance. I'm locked in my room. I'm chilling out.
I hope that the rest of the team, and they've got a team manager there as well, I hope the rest of the team sort of carry the load there and take that off him and say, look, you go and be selfish.
Well, that's fine and dandy, but Northern Ireland, they were favourites to win that World Team Shootout. They didn't.
Yeah, I agree.
And then they might say, well, we don't want to come home empty-handed. And you've got another group of players there from Northern Ireland who have only come to play in that team. They went out to singles very early, and they're thinking, that's my chance to be a world champion.
Yeah.
So there's a balance there. Obviously, Ronan's going to, and I've known Ronan for many years, and Ronan will say, "Oh no, I'm okay." He won't make a big fuss of it, but it's still the conversation.
Well, the good news for the other three semi-finalists that they've all avoided this round of games because we're at the playoff stage. They're in the semi-finals already. They don't have to play at least this morning, so that's some sort of benefit for them. But anyway, back to this match, and we are in for a treat. I think this one could build all the way till the end. The other match, Malta and Australia, already underway on the outer tables as well. We'll keep you up to date with those as much as we can, and it is Malta that made the early start. They have won the opening frame.
Lovely positional shot there on table one. And it's India who seem to be the team with their tails up. Great side, India. Very well. I'm not going to say they're underestimated, but everybody knows how good they are. But they've got really good team spirit. Three of these players were in the over 50s last year, and they've dragged them into the main team this year, and it's added, I think, maybe just that little bit of chemistry with the youngsters, but also just added a bit of experience in and a bit of know-how. And I think that India are a danger.
They've also added in Vivek Mack to their team since we last saw them. He was unable to attend the early part of the championships, but he's here now, and that is adding real quality into their team. He's gone out first. He's beaten Tom Cousins, albeit Tom missed his double, and then Vivek cleaned up against him. and he's a real big asset to this team, just to add strength to them. You know, they finished. Where did they finish? Were they the fourth or fifth? They were the fifth side.
Fifth, yeah.
And they did largely that without Vivek, and you add that in, all of a sudden they should be very positive about their chances here.
Yeah.
Both teams won 10, lost 4 matches in the championships.
Father and son combinations as well in an India side. Oh, that's a great shot.
Chance for India to stretch here. Govey Gill, tough 8 ball for 3-1.
Harjeet seen part of that incredible black earlier, and that's it's hung. And Harjeet's Partab Singh's son.
Yeah, they got a couple. They got the Viv and Vivek and Partab and Harjeet.
Yeah, they're all tremendous players.
Ross Dunn then with the chance to counter. It's not an easy chance, certainly where he's been left it's really awkward. Ross has been going well in the championship though. He actually is and has been Wales' best player, statistically speaking, in the championships. 27 from 33 for Ross Dunn, going at an 81 percentage.
Yeah, it's good going. Ross, of course, is Tom Cousins' doubles partner.
Here's a strange little quirk of the who has been. I'm gonna hide my statistics here and ask you a genuine question.
He's trying to do me.
Who has been Wales's, statistically speaking, weakest player in the team championships?
I'm going to say Tom Cousins.
Tom Cousins.
For God's sake, because you wouldn't even bother asking me the question.
Yeah, Tom Cousins going at 54%.
I do remember him earlier last week when the team event started. I think they were about 4 or 5 games in, and I was chatting to Tom, and he said he was finding it. He said, I'm finding it quite hard work to go from playing a race to 8 out there in the arena and then going out to a side table playing 1 frame pool. He said I've got to take my Top Cat shirt off, sort of thing, come down in my Welsh shirt, and he's going, and he was sort of shaking his head. You know, he's having a bit of a laugh about it because he doesn't make any fuss or anything. But I think the transition between the two is proving. Tell you what, you got close to that black there, Ross.
It is.
The transition between the two was proving a little bit of I would say a mild challenge.
I don't think he'll care about his statistic in the team event. He's there and he'll be, and Wales will keep sending him out. They know how good he is. Everyone in the world knows how good he is. I don't care what statistics say. If you've got a 1 frame decider for the tournament, you're sending out Tom Cousins.
Yeah. If they're going to start winning them in 2s. It looks a good pace. It's a good pace. Ross has hit that a lovely shot.
This has been fantastic from Ross Dunn. Like I say, we talked about his statistics, talked about how well he's gone, but
yeah, but he's
staying under it. 2-1 down, staring 3-1 down. I know it's early.
Yeah, but
this is huge pressure.
Yeah, it's knockout stage now. It's not like we've got another 4 group games to go. You know, and he's gone out and he's looked really composed as Ross. So this effectively is match ball.
Taking it long.
Do you know what? I don't know why. He was dead straight in the middle.
I liked it in the middle for the simple reason it was all in your eye line because he was dead straight.
Absolutely.
All the hard work for Ross Dunn is undone with that missed pot, and he wasn't particularly close to it. And it is 3-1 to India. Govey Gill getting the win. India make the better start. And just like that, a response. Zach very much understands it's a team game, and some players will step up, and some players, you're going to have the other side of that as well. So, and he's gone so well in the team championships. Very much the big driving force behind this Welsh team on the organisational side.
Very precise where Zach Shepherd puts the cue ball on his break. He puts his cue across from corner bag to middle bag. So where the join his cue is, he puts the cue ball there. So the identical spot every time, I guess, from where he breaks.
A few players are very precise when they're doing that and how the spots line up and things like that. But he's the only player I've seen use their cue to figure out where. I can only assume he's got a mark on his cue, or he uses one of the chevrons or something to sort of make that work for him. But
I should just break up from where the ref left the ball. No.
Wherever I'm feeling. Maybe there's a reason we're not out there, Tony, when we're in here.
I'm too old for a start.
You don't fancy the over 60s?
Over 60s? bit early for that.
No, but joking aside, we do have age groups, don't we? The over 50s, over 60s. We've got the youth groups as well. Never too old. Like a commentator currently raging.
Sat in there staring at the wall. Disgust. Thought you were my mate. Nice long pot there. I love the knockout stage, but the group games are okay, but a lot of them can go quite flat. And when somebody, let's just say, it's been a few games where the team's got to their 11, and they say 11-4, and then you've got 5 or 6 frames of, I know they're playing for their averages, and I know they're playing to get their frame difference, but it just all falls flat. This, it's cutthroat now. Every ball counts. You're going to hear the volume raised by the teams.
It's a long 10 days, and it comes down to this. I think that just adds to it as well.
Zach Shepherd looking at all sorts of combinations and plants over there in that right-hand corner on table 2.
Tried to flick off one red to pop the other one over the pocket and make it all happen in one shot there.
Did none of it.
And in the end did none of it, but not really any damage done.
Well, I don't know what to do with this red over here, Baftar Singh.
He must have a plan.
It doesn't double in the corner.
If that was an attempt to come down to get on the double in the middle, he is
way short.
Yeah,
he's in another postcode.
Yeah, it's a mile away. Oh my word. Oh my word.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Stop it.
That is the plan. What a shot that is. That is going to hurt Wales. What a shot. What a moment. You got to say, he didn't play it the way he played, where it came out. But he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't say whether he did or he didn't. It just says he won the frame. Baftar Singh, take a bow. Huge moment.
Always said it's not how, it's how many. And it's 4 now for India and 2 for Wales. So huge swing in the match there. First to 11 though, so there is plenty of time for the Welsh to come back. But these matches can very quickly get away from you. We've watched quite a few matches. I mean, we'll go back to a group match which pretty much flattened my old side Ireland in the middle of the competition, and they were going brilliantly. They won the first 3 or 4 matches, sailing along serenely, and they were playing Malta, and they were giving Malta a bit of a hiding, and then I think they lost something like 7 of the next 8 frames that got rolled over. Had to stand there and think about that for 15 minutes, and were told to come out to the arena table and play England, and then they stood there and watched that match pass them by. And that, I think that set the precedent for them to, the heads went down, You know, and they just found it so hard to get back, and then they came out and then they lost that match to New Zealand, and that really did for them in qualifying.
Yeah, that was the match really. When you look at the group table and the way it's played out, Northern Ireland, England, Malta, Wales, India, Australia are your top 6. Ireland missed out on the back of 1 win. They were behind on the frame difference, but if they beat New Zealand, then they are tied with Australia. It would come down to frame difference, and that was a big one really, because New Zealand are down in 11th place in the table. Ireland were meant to win that one. A huge result for them really. Biggest surprise of the championship really, Ireland not making that top 6?
I mean, there's a lot of good sides now. You know, before, when I was playing, it would be, you know, England obviously far and away the best. Australia always competitive. Wales, the home nations were always very good. And France had a very good team. And then the arrival of Malta, I'd say it's about 4 or 5 years in, and then Malta appeared. They were pretty average to start with, but very quickly Malta became, a force to be reckoned with. So, is it a surprise? I'll tell you what it is a big disappointment. I mean, probably yes, because they've got some top ultimate pool professionals, and they've got some really great young talent in the likes of Ben Doyle, who was one of the shining lights for Ireland, I think, during this championship.
Completely agree.
But yeah, they'll go back and the Irish committee will look at it and say it's a failure. But then you look at the quality. Australia, they've come in 6th, and they're just whatever sport they play, they're competitive. They don't come all this way to come here just to be also rounds.
Yeah, I agree. I do think Wales will be very disappointed. Ireland will be very disappointed. But there are a lot of, just look at France down in 10th. They played unbelievably well in the shootout and put together a performance against India to knock them out that was still the best performance I've seen in the championships. And they finished at 10th, and that highlights to me the level that we've seen throughout the championships.
Another team, you've got to say, is a tremendous disappointment. That is France.
Yeah.
Down in 10th. I mean, look how good they were in the World Team Shootout. They were there and kicking about there and thereabouts. And the 10th, I mean, below Mauritius.
Yeah, it just shows you the depth. It really does. No surprises at the top though. Northern Ireland undefeated throughout. Only side to beat England were Northern Ireland. Are they the 2 big favourites, and are they destined to meet in the final later on tonight?
I find it amazing. I'm still looking at a bit of that table. I said South Africa down in 12th, and they always came with a pretty strong side. They were then. I think a couple of times they made the semis here and there. Sprinkled about. Never made a final, but they'll probably be disappointed. They have had one shining light amongst their ranks though. Tasneem Solomons has made the women's semi-final of the singles, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's a real chance as well. I really do. The way she's dispatched Amy Beecham and Emma Cunningham back to back, and
she's a big potter.
Big potter. She's really good. I think
a safety game though. That's where her problem lies. But if she get the balls open, and she's playing Barbara Taylor. Barbara obviously has been a world champion, but if you put Barbara against Amy, and you put Barbara against Emma, they're favourites to beat Barbara.
I agree. You've got the 5 times. She's already beaten a 5-time world champion and a 4-time world champion. Barbara's a 2-time world champion, and in current form this year, you'd say that you would definitely put Amy and Emma ahead, and so Tasneem should be coming into this absolutely buzzing with confidence. And also, I've watched Barbara's last 2 games. She has used all her skills to get over the line. It hasn't been her best game that's got her there. She has played some really clever match play, Paul, but she's not really flying or flowing. And oh, what a shot! What a shot that is!
Oh my God, that's a great shot.
But all that with the women's singles is for later on. We'll be showing you the semi-finals a little bit later this afternoon. There is so much to show you today. It is jam-packed. 6 o'clock though for the women's semi-finals.
Not come out great there for Tom Cousins on table 1. He's going to be playing his safety here because there's nothing else, but he's not going to be able to develop anything. But Wales on table 2, looking to drag one back here. The big Zach Shepherd. He opened up this chance with that incredible shot he played when he potted his ball in the combo and knocked in the yellow to free this pocket up for the black. Very good finish there from Shepherd.
The other playoff game to get into the semi, Malta and Australia. Malta have made a flying start, 5-1 up.
Yeah, there'll be some noise out in the arena for that match. Obviously, but with the scoreline, it'll be more Maltese noise than Australian. I think he was going to shift that a little bit off the rail.
Certainly working hard, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oli Bale comes out to get us back underway on the right-hand side. This match is tight.
Quite a gentle break there from Oli. He's made a ball.
Oh, what a chance it is for Oli as well. And a good shot from TC.
Well, Oli Bale won't waste any time in taking these reds. Just let himself a bit hampered there, Oli Bale, as we watch TC on table 1 take on the long red. Is it going to come far enough? I believe it has. Oli's left that short, or has he? Can get to the red at the top. Cousins is going to be over the line, so this is going to level the match. And if Oli can get through, which I believe he can, to the red at the top of the table there, you're going to see Wales very quickly go into the lead.
Yeah, all square right now, but for how long? Tom Cousins makes right what went wrong in the opening frame and gets the victory this time round.
And which way does Oli go? Does he take the red next to the black? No, he's going to pop this and screw back and try and get straighter on the other red. To sit down a bit, that's a bit heavy. Should be okay. He might have to just use that yellow as a guide that's just above the black. He's getting straighter than I thought. Looked like he had an out.
I agree, it just looked like he had a touch too much.
Because we haven't got the overhead for this on that table, because we've got the split screen. Anyway, matters not. Wales now are 5-4 up.
Yeah, 3 of the last 4.
Yeah,
to get themselves in front. They hand it over. Chaos Cole comes out. He's taking on Vivek Mack. We are back underway on the table on the left. Vivek with a chance. Good break that. That's not come out for Vivek. That was the only shot he had to play as well. That if he pops that yellow on, it's fairly routine to get out from there. Disappointing shot. As Ross Dunn comes back out, missed that disappointing ball. It was tricky, don't get me wrong, but he worked so hard to get there in his opening frame. Handed the frame to Govey Gill. This time he's out against Hitan Patel. And that is a wide from Vivek. What do you think when you see players of like Cole? He is obviously immensely talented with a cue in his hand, but why is he having to work so much harder than the best players in the world to make finishes?
He's erratic, for one. He's got some tremendous shots in his locker, you know, and he's very animated when he's out at the table. You know, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's one of those sort of type players, which I like, by the way.
He's great fun to watch.
He's just such a big part of, but I think he takes gambles and risks that, let's say, your Tom Cousins and the elite, what I'm going to say now, you know, the Mellings and that, he takes those gambles that the others don't. And a lot of the time he ends up in bizarre positions on a pool table that your likes of Tom and all the rest of the gang don't end up in. So he's, more often than not, he's having to play a length of the table double or a wild shot where the cue was dancing around the table to get himself back in position. But he's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. I'd love to sit down with him and run through, you know, matches. And, you know, so many of the professionals' matches are now streamed. That run through matches with him and ask him, what were you thinking here? Why did you go this way? What were you doing? Because I just feel like he's constantly causing a problem for himself, and more often than not, he gets out of that problem. But when Tom's absolutely playing at his best, he never has to play a shot.
No, but players like this, and you know, I'm going to go even to myself at a certain extent when I played, because you play this sort of way, you can, in your own mind, create shots that a lot of the, let's say, the top players don't see because they never play them.
Yeah.
So the creativity and the imagination in your mind, you know, I used to play like 3-ball cannons all over the place and open a load of balls up, and they look at me like I was from outer space. But because I'm always in that position, or a lot of the position, but yes, he's a maverick and he's going to win a frame as well.
Yeah, he is a maverick, and it's been a fantastic clearance he made. The cannon first shot went slightly wrong because it blocked off a ball, but backed himself to get that short position and a delicate drop in the middle. Actually a little bit surprised he didn't take it long, or he could just cue through it a little bit more, but there won't be any issues with this simple 8-ball.
Just know there was some fist pumping there when he got that black in. He's good to have on your team as well, a guy like Cole, because he's full of enthusiasm as well, you know, and he's not shy to let the other team know it as well.
Yeah, he's very vocal. He's just a fun character. Double doesn't drop for Ross, so it's Hitan Patel, who didn't play in the opening 7, so he's been rotated in.
Yeah, Hitan, another one of the ultimate pool professionals. Very solid performer.
Great potter is Hitan Patel. He gets his patterns wrong, gets a little bit lost, but always seems to just pot himself out of trouble. And that's why he's not consistent. You play a game where you rely on potting rather than the pattern, then you don't. It's a lot harder to be consistent. But what we get with Hitan is, you know, he might lose first round 7 or 8 tournaments on the trot and then turn up and make a semi-final. When he's on, he's dangerous.
Yes, he is. Well, India were 4-2 up. Wales haven't won the last 4 in a row. This race to 11, playoff match. And then is it an open draw for which of these two teams that come through the playoffs?
Yeah, random draw. It doesn't doesn't matter where you finish or who comes through. It's just straight random for the semi-finals.
And England and Northern Ireland await.
Yeah, I think with I mean, we were due to have what did we have? We had 16. Yeah, we had 15. We were due to have 17 teams in the championship. I think there was an argument to say that they should have gone to 8 to qualify and have it as a quarterfinals and do it that way. You know, put
Ireland would agree with that.
Yeah, Ireland would agree with that. I understand that there's a lot of tradition in what the WPF do, but I think if the minute you get up to, you know, the minute you start get to 17, 20 teams, I think the play, because the last, you know, there's teams in there that have known for 4 or 5 days that they've been eliminated, and then they've got to hang around. I don't know. I just think that the tournament would benefit. I think, and also a little bit less protection. Don't get me wrong. I think Northern Ireland and England deserve to have the jump straight through to the semi-finals, but I think the tournament would be better for a quarter-finals.
Nice shot by Hitton over there. This is one back for India. There's Vic Mack there on the right. Harjeet Singh on the left. Partam's son. And in it goes.
Back to a one-frame game. We edge closer to the grand finale. Big 8 ball coming up here on the left.
Haftar now. This to make it 6 apiece. Looked a little bit rushed.
Very quick stroke, wasn't it? Very quick, snatchy stroke. Rich Gifford then with, well, a horrible lay of the table, but should be absolutely thrilled to get to the table.
Is that Andy Williams coming out next to Wales? The skipper.
The skipper comes out. Didn't go his way in his first match.
Gifford wisely playing the safety there. He'd desperately love to have ball in hand in a second, because 2 awkward yellows sat on that table there for Gifford.
Yeah, I think ball in hand should end the frame. He's not going to get ball in hand though.
What's more, Singh's put the black very near a corner pocket now, so any sort of snooker now, you know, you practice your angles by sending the cue ball towards pockets. So
do you go? I think you just have to go here. Play the one along the bottom cushion. You do have some equity if you leave it.
It's a trickier shot, but if you play it with left hand side, you can try and pot this along the bottom round, kick that one off that round. I think he's going to have a go at that. That's
beautiful.
Absolutely brilliant shot there from Gifford.
Oh, it's good to be commentating with someone who knows what they're talking about. Hey, Tony, you got that one right.
Who knows what we're talking about? When's he coming in? What's his name? No, that's a really good shot there from Gifford. Did the 2-in-1. In fact, if you had ball in hand, you'd probably put it there.
Yeah, absolutely. And but also he had that benefit, didn't he? I mean, if he rattles the ball, he's got every chance that, you know, you're asking India to come up with a big shot, big combination, or some sort of double. So there was a lot of advantages for playing the shot the way he did. Yeah,
and the thing is, I know it's a tough shot, and you know, and you're forced to take it, but I think sometimes when you're given no option, I think it's sort of it's a release.
Clarity of thought, isn't it?
Absolutely, that's it. That's a great comment. Clarity of thought. Love it.
Where'd that come from?
I have no idea. Gifford then taking the yellow next to the black, which is the correct shot. Just wants a couple more rolls. That's perfect. Nothing to do with the cue ball here. It's just a plain pot into the corner. Use the cushion to bring the white across. And another plain pot. And just when India thought, oh my word, how's he missed that? After the shot he's played down the bottom a couple of shots ago, how on earth has Gifford just missed that yellow?
Yeah, that's not good.
That's nerves. Nerves, good. Pure and simple.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh. Devastation there for Wales. They thought they were going back to their 2-frame lead, and now India are level.
It's also what signal that sends through the team as well. Richard Gifford, who's normally a very solid performer for Wales, for him to miss that.
That pot he's played at the bottom, Simon, was just a brilliant, brilliant shot. And then to miss a plain ball, he's having to do nothing with the white. It's just get yourself in the right, correct position, roll the ball into the pocket, frame's dead.
He'd done the work.
Yep, absolutely. A little bit scruffy on table 2, though. So, Andy Williams over there for Wales. Is that Partab Singh coming out now? My old roommate for India.
You played for India?
Yeah, once or twice.
It is Partab out there.
It might make me an honorary member of the team. I do get on well with the India side. I know a lot of them for a lot of years, because obviously they've got a couple over 50s boys on there that some of my old mates I used to knock about with. But yeah, no, Partab Singh was a roommate when we played on the UK tour for many years, which is quite funny because it's probably because nobody wanted to room with either of us. Partab's like the world snoring champion, so nobody ever shared a room with him, and because of my, let's just say, late night exploration of the local hosteleries and bars, nobody really wanted to have me sharing with him and wandering into my hotel room at 4s and 5s in the morning.
Your way of saying you like to paint.
Well, it's just, I'd like just write a few reviews of the local attractions. But yeah, so we sort of kind of thrown together in that respect. So I never really got to suffer Partab snoring too much, because I was coming in when he was getting up. I know now when I see him, he'll say, "How come you mentioned my snoring again?" He'll call me kid as well. That's what he used to go, "What you say that for, kid?" Which is handy because nobody else calls me kid.
Well, he has to sit and watch, because it is Zach Shepherd and Wales at the table. They could be 2 in front here. They should be 2 in front here. And they're not. They have to rebuild.
Well, this match is going to certainly heating up now. And I think we might see some more balls missed along the lines of Richard Gifford's as this draws to the close.
Yeah. I also think that's where the team bond and team unity comes in. Is the fact that happens. You're all going to, you're going to miss a ball here and there. It happens. Tom missed one in the shootout that could have been big, and he's the best player in their team. He's the best player in the world. If he's doing it, then everyone can. So, get behind him, pat him on the back, say, "We got you covered. Let's go and get the next couple. Let's get back where we should have been."
Nice controlled shot there from Zach Shepherd over on table 1. Just potting that ball and just tracking the cue ball through the gap of red and black to get on the yellow in the centre pocket. He might not even take that. In fact, I don't think he will. I feel he should play the yellow at the bottom of the table and bring the cue ball back out and see if he can track it back to where he is now, and then that really does open up this frame. Just saves having to play that, you don't want to be playing that plant there, and he's played that absolutely brilliantly. If you could have got rid of that yellow at the bottom and picked up the cue ball and put it on your next shot with your hand, that's where you put it. Trying to get the black out. Oof. Freed it but stuck to it. That's no good to Man the Beast. So Andy Williams is, I can't even see a shot where he can make that. It'd have to be a complete fluke, and from where it is, I don't think he's going to be able to get the power to get that thing out. So India are going to get another chance on that table.
Yeah, I think normal circumstances, you kind of think, how would Dubs go about trying to win a frame here? But there is benefit to hanging in this frame as long as possible. Certainly long enough to let Zach Shepherd win the frame on the left so that they won't fall behind. Yeah. Get themselves 7-6 in front and then you're 7-7, rather than, giving it away straight away. And Zach should get there quickly anyway, but that sort of mindfulness of what's going on the other side of the arena can be such a benefit.
Just having a little look at the running order. Seeing who's coming next in these critical frames that are going to be unfolding in front of us. I'm just seeing who's the more level-headed players that are coming out and.
Big cheers. That sounds like Malta have won. Let's get confirmation on that. They were 10-1 on the scoreboard, so I'm assuming they just potted the winning ball.
That's an absolute annihilation.
Yeah, Australia destroyed there, really.
Well, what a shot there from Andy Williams to get himself on the double. Come on, Andrew. Wow, I've never heard him called that before.
Got to be careful here, because he's going to hear a roar.
He's not. They kept that quiet.
Wow, that's very good from the Welsh team. Very, very good. It's 45 seconds of shot out there. I think Andy probably could have waited until the cheers had died down from the Zach one. There was no kind of thought about what was going on.
Somebody must have been very awkward to right in front of them.
Really, really impressive. It helps that the Welsh side are on the right-hand side of the arena, so they've got kind of Dubs' frame right in front of them rather than having Zach's, but that was actually quite good. Cue ball, okay, on the right. And it's a very familiar face of Tom Cousins on the left. And a very familiar break of Tom Cousins on the left.
India will be fearing the worst when they see that. 3 away, Wales are now to reach the semi-final and join Malta, Northern Ireland and England in that semi-final, which of course will be later today.
Last match of the night. I think Tom wants to be the yellows here. Yeah, tricky opening yellow, and he didn't have quite the control he wanted, and Tom's not landed. A little bit unfortunate to get that secondary kiss, because without that he's on the one to the right centre and he can continue to find it. And it is India in on the right as well. They need a 2-frame burst, get back on track quickly.
Decent chance now for India over on table 2. Well, would you believe that?
Cue ball on hand for the hitman then.
Yep, immediately approaching his problem. Pot that red into the bottom right hand corner, send a cue ball off the bottom rail and then kick that red out that's on the side cushion. You're forced to land on a red on the table, unless you played it ridiculously soft, which he's not going to do. And this all of a sudden.
Yeah, Harjit's in for a quick finish as well to make it a 1-frame game, and Hitman in perfect control.
Oh, Hitman.
What a mistake. Cue ball in hand.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, Tony, with cue ball in hand, why is he playing that with rakes of side? I don't understand. If you've got cue ball in hand, why not give yourself the natural?
Yeah.
I just don't understand that at all. I know some players like to play that sort of shot with just a trace, but that had rakes on it.
I'd have played a little bit, but I wouldn't. Yeah, not
really strange.
Because it throws the cue ball too much.
Yeah, he missed the pot because of the throw, and he missed the cannon by a mile. And it is a 8-7, but I think we're going back to a 2-frame scoreline thanks to that mistake from Hitman. Not ideal. I think Tom wanted the full ball there.
It might be a hangover now as Tom Cousins coming to slowly grinding down to us after 2.5 weeks of pull non-stop.
Yeah, like I say, he's the only man on the planet I think that can come here, win a Pro Series title, win the WPF World Masters, win the World Team Shootout, and possibly even the World Team Championship, and go home disappointed
because he didn't
win the world title. It is one of those things. It just counts for so much, doesn't it? But he's undisputed best player in the world right now. Losing in the quarterfinals of the World Championships does not change that.
Well, this is going to make it 9-7 to Wales. And in goes the black ball. Wales now just 2 away. Restored their 2-frame lead.
Means India have to win 5-1 from here. 3 behind doesn't sound terrible. Sounds doable. 5 out of 6. Tricky. You see the scores now have updated, and that is the correct score. Wales 9, India 7. So, getting to the nitty gritty now as we look at Oli Bale leaning on the fence, looking calm and collected.
Come on, go.
Try break on the left, giving Ross Dunn a chance. Govey Gill still going through the motions here, trying to make something happen. Doesn't. He's in trouble on the left. He's in big trouble on the left.
I was just looking at Oli there when he was leading and looking out. I thought, he must be coming, and I just realised it was Harjeet Singh. Had to just dished him straight up a second ago.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. You can't say no. Come on. Come on, Aaron.
Misses the double. What does Kares Cole get for us here then? Messy layout, 2 really bad balls, 3 really bad balls. You know he wants to go. Okay, he's just playing 1 to then play the loss of turn. Using his B game.
Got Aaron Butt there on table 1 for India. Chaos Cole there playing the loss of turn.
He's not happy with that though. He needed the red to not tie itself up with the other one, because then he's got the perfect breaker ball for that problem there. Because he's not expecting to force a cue ball in hand from this situation. I think he just completely mishit the shot.
Yeah, I'm total agreement. You want those 2 balls separated, like you say. If you've got a bad ball, you want another one near it. It's like when you got a cluster of balls at the bottom, you got one that's stuffed at the top. You immediately will, if it's a scrappy game, immediately put a ball near there, so it gives you that chance to break the ball out.
Great shot.
Well, interesting decision from Govey. To me, I think he's a little fortunate that he didn't pop the reds open here. I think the red that Cole's next to doesn't go. And that was a dangerous play, because the one at the top, that it's tied up, but it's not terrible. It's fine for a double or a breakout. So I think Govey maybe should have tried to contain at the top of the table.
Do you know what, Simon? I think that red does. I'm just trying to obviously look a bit. I think the red goes. It's next to yellow at the bottom. I think it squeaks past it, slides off that jaw.
Was that easier to see when you got 1 inch from the screen?
It was, to be fair. I've got a telescope that goes around corners, so I was looking at the commentary box, but no.
Yeah, well, the way he potted that first ball, I think it probably does suggest it goes.
Well, that was handy to knock the black out there, and he's on the double as well. I think he's playing the double now. The cue ball's going to be kicking into that yellow just above that red. And there's an element of luck here where the cue ball will land. And there you go. He's not come out.
Confidence, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Get on. Make it easy, Aaron. Take your time, mate.
Aaron back, trying to get one back for India here.
Well, you'd like to think Govey-Gill's going to get some sort of chance here unless Cole Bedford pots out of this snooker, and the yellows are obviously all there as well. Just need knocking in. Oh dear, with a cue ball. Well. This is the thing, the old mistakes are coming out now.
What do you do if you're Govey-Gill? Play the back double now and go. Back yourself.
I think you have to. You know, you could screw the cue ball in and knock the ball in over the bag if you played the loss of turn. Is there any value in that? No. And not only that, if you didn't hit that right, you could end up just leaving the red over the bag as well. And yeah, I think you have to go down swinging. That's me. Especially at 9-7.
Looks like he's taking it on.
It's not there.
Has he got cover? He has got cover, but not great cover. Good two-way shot, really. But I mean, question what he was on if he makes it, but he was certainly trying to put the cue into an area where he had a backup.
There's a great chance here for Wales to get on the hill on table 1. That looks very good. Is that going to have an angle to move that red? Yes, it is. To Ross Dunn. He's got a little angle on the red down into the corner. He can just ping the cue ball, bit of side and screw into the red that's on the right hand cushion. The only problem with that is you're going to need to land on it or kick it away far enough that you can see that red at the top of the table.
Or just play the double now. Dead straight double. He's playing on it to get on it down the cushion, which I like as well.
Played that really well, perfect.
I love the choice. I absolutely love the choice. Back yourself. The problem that Govey-Gill had on the right hand side is when he missed the double, he got a good cue ball, but he didn't get the yellow to get close enough to the double, so it's gone across to the right hand side. Otherwise he'd have had a chance to win the frame here, and well, I suppose he has, but it's really tough because of the yellow at the bottom of the table.
Yes, Ross. Let's go, mate. Come on.
Having a look where to get to on that red. Hard to get to that area of the table, though.
I think both these frames are still in the balance, you know.
Yeah, I do. That's a good shot from Ross.
Well, this is tricky for Govey-Gill over here. I mean, if he can play the shot where he can play the combo, but the loss of turn's no good because it's too easy to play the loss of turn back and leave Gill in heaps of trouble.
I think the combo's on, though.
Yeah, I think that's the only shot.
Oh, snookered himself. Snookered himself, and he has made the combo. This could be it. This could be it right now, unless Govey-Gill can find a moment of magic. Ross Dunn. If I was Ross, I'd just get down and pot and ramp the pressure up onto Govey here. Get this one done. Get Wales on the hill.
So if I'm Govey-Gill, I'd go wide and go onto the bottom rail and come try and kick the black backwards down towards the pocket rather than go into the side rail.
Where's the red? Where is it?
Oh,
Where is it? Oh, what a fluke. What a moment for India. India are still in it. Wales go on the brink, but that has kept India alive. Wow. Without that fluke, India are eliminated. What a moment. They'll actually be strangely buoyed up by that because they were out.
Yep, absolutely.
They was, all of their teammates would have been stood there thinking, how do we can't survive this? Tap in and well, crazy long odds to get anything out of the frame that Govey won.
Partab's gone in off the break for India. So Dubs is going to get first look at these balls over on table 1. So the Welsh captain has a chance to deliver. He's missed it. When he hit that, he just stayed down looking, and I could tell by the way in his mannerism he thought he'd missed it when it set off.
Yeah, he gave the impression that it turned, but I'm not sure. I have to see that one again. But either way, it's not gone in. That's the only thing that matters.
Partab takes the yellows and frees that one on the cushion. He's also on the one into the left-hand centre. This is a chance for Partab. Good steady player, Partab. He knows what he's doing in these sort of intricate positions with moving the cue ball about. Good with his little cannons, you know, fiddly little shots. That's his forte. Will Osborne over there has given himself a chance as well. Blackpool being the main problem.
I'm surprised this is the first time we've seen Will in the match. He was so solid in the shootout. He's been going very well in the team championships. For whatever reason, they've saved him here for the final set of games. A little bit surprised by that.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Nerves now playing a big factor in this match. Simple as that. It's now just raw nerves.
Tension. It's gone quiet. You can feel it in the commentary box here, Tony. This is right on an edge, isn't it?
It is indeed. Fascinating to watch. Pure excitement and drama. Rather them going through the mill than me now. I've been in these positions and it's like, please don't let it be me that puts the team out, you know.
Well,
we saw with Stevie Dempsey in the World Team Shootout for Ireland. I mean,
well, yeah, you saw he's one of the he's absolutely right up there, the best players in the world.
He was absolutely devastated,
distraught.
Yeah,
I felt for him. He's such a nice
I went
guy.
up in the bar after that and upstairs, and the Irish lads were all in one end. Stevie did it. He just went all the way on his own. Just sat with one bottle of beer on his own.
Well, India are back in it, back within one, and they are primed on table 2 as well. We'll talk about Stevie a little bit later on. Right now, Vivek can just bump the 8 ball out if he wants here as well. Just make life easier. Beautiful shot.
What a shot.
We are going to a deciding frame, you feel. And let's see Vivek pod it first, and we'll tell you who's coming up, because I think it's kind of intriguing the way Wales have gone.
Yes, come on.
This is incredible. He's milking this one.
Yeah. Vivek Mack gets it done. We are all square. We are going to a deciding frame. It is a 21st and final frame as the Northern Irish team watch on in the front row. Ronan McCarthy, he's got a semi-final to play later on, but he is loving it. But it is Zach Shepherd for Wales that comes out, and I think this is a really interesting decision for Wales. Not personally, not the decision I'd have made. Zach's a great player, but he struggled in the shootout under the pressure. Now he's coming out for Wales at 10-10. Big call.
Well, this is huge.
Come on, Zach. Come on, Abby. Come on, Abby. Come on, Zach. Extension call.
Avtar Singh for India has to sit and watch and hope that he gets to the table. Zach's won both his frames in the match. He'll be buoyed by that. He'll be confident. But can he handle it?
I'll tell you what, though, you look at it 10 each now. Let's go back a few frames to that big fluke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Govey Gill. When he came out of that snooker and pot that black in the middle.
Huge, huge fluke. Well, Zach's leaving a yellow alone at the top of the table. You can only feel if he keeps going here, he's just putting himself into trouble.
Come on, Zach.
3-ball plant. Yellow onto red onto yellow. Into the bottom corner. That's my shot.
Go on, enough.
I like that. I do, I like that. That's really putting the pressure on. Pops the yellow into play. The rest of the yellows are good.
I still want my 3-ball plant down there and then maybe play that. I was looking at going.
Come on, think about it. Come on, yeah.
I really was. But loads of pressure now. Don't think you get any more pressure than a 10-10 situation on the final frame.
Can hear a pin drop out there as well. Dead silence. Avtar Singh floats one in, and he can go. I said I like the shot that Zach played, but now that's gone in. These reds are doable. They're not easy. They are doable. It's worth pointing out in terms of the order. Saying I think, ideal world. I don't. You would personally, I'd have Zach somewhere in the mid ranks, and you'd want Tom Cousins going out in this situation. But you don't get to change your order. You can sub players in. But Tom went out first. He has to go out first in each session because they're playing as the home side, and so it's sort of a predetermined order. The right hand side changes, so you can never play the same player 3 times. So that maybe the only way to allow Tom to be in this position, is the player you'd want would be to have him play 7 at the first round of the game. But they want him to lead out and try and get him off to that start. So that's the reason why they've ended up this way round.
Yeah, I'll be playing. You've got to play the plant up the rail next to me. Have to play the plant up the rail.
There's equity in it. There is a little bit of equity, not much. Just covers a bag if you miss it, which I know is not great in international rules, but this is a deciding frame of a team championship.
If you're going game, this is the plant up the rail.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
If you're leaving yourself 2 doubles, you don't want 2 doubles.
No.
You can have 1. He's missed it.
But look, there's the equity. That yellow at the top is now tough.
Yeah, he's got second prize.
And he was never leaving anything on down the table. It was a very clever and controlled shot.
at that black. I'm not sure if that passes. If Zach Shepherd's having a look. I don't think that does.
Come on, Zach. Come on, mate.
He's still got the problem with that yellow at the top of the table as well.
I do think the yellow at the top passes to top right, so I think what Zach's thinking, if that 8 ball just pulls up a half a turn less, he's backing himself to get to that top left corner, and the red being over the pocket makes it a good target to try and get there because you know you can't go in off.
I'd rather be reds now.
I would.
I must admit, I'd be. If I'm in the Indian team, I'm definitely the happier of the two.
Come on, mate. Come on.
Sure, Avtar Singh, you're thinking I'm going to get another go at these. In the position of the reds at the moment, they're all gettable. So if you're the bookie, I think you have India probably at, for me, I think they're 1 to 3, me, India, to win this at this moment in time.
If the 8 ball went, it would be different for me because I do think he can get up there comfortably enough. He's got to get up there, land on the yellow, and then somehow deal with the 8 ball, which is a big problem.
Right, so he's going to play this into the centre.
It's a bad angle, isn't it?
It is. I think he rolls into the red on the right.
I don't know.
Cushion.
I was fully expecting him. So he's backing himself to make the combination then. So he's coming down. I see. So he's playing into the
Yeah.
He wants a full ball on the 8 ball would be perfect. If he gets full ball on the 8 ball, gently.
He can snook himself here, Simon.
Yeah, if he gets the red, he can snooker himself. But if he gets the 8 ball, he's straight in on the combo and he's popped the 8 into play. A really clever choice of shot because I didn't see how he was going to get short position and get the 8. In the end, it's a loss of turn that has helped him. That has helped him.
I told you he'd hit that far red there.
Yeah.
He's dodged an absolute bullet.
Yeah.
He's missed the pot. He's not had the control of the cue ball. It's all sort of unravelled there, but he's got away with it.
Yeah, he's got really away with it. He's got very lucky there. What's frustrating there for Zach, he's missed out on the thin side when he wanted to pot it off the thick jaw to get the 8 ball.
He'd have been further wide. He never. When I looked at it, I thought he has not got the angle to get to
it was
that
just
black.
yeah.
No, nowhere near it. Where's the cue ball going? Oh,
Can you play the red off the yellow? Is that on?
no.
No.
Is my immediate response to looking at it. No, it's
I think
not.
it can be made. It's just it's not. It's not.
You
a
do
good shot.
not touch this red over here because it's still guarding that black ball.
And your red still goes. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't go anywhere near that situation there. That has to be moved.
What about just popping the red through the gap of the yellows and getting the cue ball to the top cushion? Ramp the pressure up.
Saying, what about play thin off this? Oh, you can't. The knuckles in the way. I was thinking playing off the red thin into the right hand yellow. Cue ball knocking in the other yellow and pushing that second yellow onto the bottom rail.
Work it out. Come on.
Horrible position. Hit the red into the bottom rail, cannon the yellow that's to the right down to the bottom of the table and get it out of the way of the black sort of thing, so you can't free it.
Yeah, that's the shot I liked, but he needed to get that cue ball a bit higher.
It's not bad. It's an acceptable shot at this stage.
Yes, but if he gets the cue ball flat on the top cushion, he's getting more control out of it for me.
I'll tell you what. If you're in either of the Welsh or the India team, how much you're enjoying that stuff. Yeah. No one's sat down anymore. They're all stood up.
10 days of work comes down to this moment, and it's so uncomfortable, and it's not you out there. You're relying on a teammate.
Come on, Ab.
Come on, Ab.
Not sure that's the best of shots for Zach, although I don't know what he could have done.
No. It's one of them. Do you chance the cross double?
I like the. Can you not play the? Are you close to straight in on the double to the bottom corner and screw back to top cushion?
I don't know if he clapped one of the yellows. He's attempted exactly what you said. It was there.
He's left the yellow on though.
The only saving grace is that black has to be moved.
Yeah.
It does not go past the red into that corner. Right down to the bitter end of this match. We're going to see possibly every ball potted. One of these teams will progress to the semi-finals of the World Team Championships. One will be on their way home. Oh.
Yes, Avi! Come on, Avi! Come on now,
No doubt, India
100%.
are huge favourites right now.
They've gone to 1-5.
Come on, Zach. Come on.
There's no value in just plonking that in front of the red and the black, is there? Do you go? I mean, what can you go for? There's nothing.
What else do you do? Yeah.
I think you probably have to play it.
What else have you got?
Nothing.
Come on, Zach. Come on, mate.
See, if I'm Zach with a come on, Zach, come on, mate, I would say, what would you suggest?
Not that.
Oh, look where the yellow's gone as well.
Not that.
That if you're Avtar seeing now and you see that yellow in the bottom rail, that has just took an amazing amount of pressure off you.
All the pressure off you. You can cue ball in hand, and you are the yellow being safe, exactly as you said.
This is perfect, and this is exactly the right way. Pot this, stop the white dead. You got the angle just to roll up for the one on the rail.
It's as good as you could hope to have in this situation, but don't forget the pressure.
What's he done with the cue ball?
I thought the first shot was poor.
I did as well.
To
Do you
not
know
leave
what?
the natural.
I think you should have come further down. So it's just a
roll it
straight
through.
cut.
Yeah, he stunned it instead of rolling it, and then he had to punch it then, but he just got too deep in the ball. And well, I mean, what's going to happen next? What is going to happen next?
What was he done with the cue? I just cannot believe what he's done.
He's still got to remind himself that he's still in control of this frame.
That's not a good shot.
No, it's not.
The red should have been further off the rail.
Yeah, so that there is nowhere on the table.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Zach Shepard, I play this slowly up the table.
Yeah, two poor shots, and look at Rona McCarthy in the background.
It's amazing.
He's got the rice. He's loving it. He is absolutely loving it.
Both players have gone into complete meltdown. We're not enjoying this, are we, Simon?
Oh, this is so much fun.
It is. It's terrible. Like two evil twins side watching this. He's gone the other way. Has he gone off the red?
What a shot. Oh, my word. What a shot, though. What a shot, but it's been unlucky. There's a loss of turn available and a safety.
Yeah.
It will leave a big double, but you have to say that shaved the red. If it flicks the red, he pots the yellow, and the 8 ball's on. That's a good shot from Avtar. But he has left the double. But it's... Do you play the treble?
I'll tell you what, I do play the treble because if you're playing the double, the cue ball's going towards that corner.
Play the treble.
That's a really good call.
You also might get equity in keeping the pocket.
That's a really good call, Simon. I'm going to give you that.
Thank you.
First one this window.
It's like 16 days of commentary. Yeah. I get one.
He's finally rose to the top. No, that is a really good shout, that. Straight, because you haven't got the cue ball, there's no danger for it. Up and down, you've got a fairly big, you can have a big pocket here. He's probably going to roll and snooker. No, he's not.
No, he's
digging down. He's gone for it.
He's got it. What a shot from Zach Shepard. Unbelievable. What a way to win the match for Wales. Heartbreak for India. Magic from Zach Shepard. And Wales are through. Tony, I can't believe what we're seeing.
No, that's ridiculous. I mean, India had it on a plate. It was there for the taking. All they had to do was roll the balls in, and then we've just seen a complete and utter meltdown by both players. But what a shot to actually win it.